सो हेलो एवरीवन, एक बार हम फिर से देख रहे हैं मेटल कटिंग एंड मशीनिंग प्रोसेस। तो हमने ये प्रॉब्लम लिया है गेट 2021 का। और सबसे पहले किसी भी मशीनिंग के प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए हमें मर्चेंट सर्कल डायग्राम अपने माइंड में रखना होता है। सो आई हैव ड्रॉन दिस मर्चेंट सर्कल डायग्राम in which this friction F is representing the friction force F. This is the tool and the rack angle is alpha. This is the normal reaction at the tool face. This is the shear force along the shear plane Fs. This is the Fc cutting force which can be measured by the dynamometer. This is Ft thrust force, and this is the perpendicular component in the shear plane, that is the Fm. Now reading this problem, this problem came in GATE 2021. So an orthogonal cutting operation, so it is an orthogonal cutting, is performed using a simple single point cutting tool with a rank angle of 12 degree on a lathe. So we have given data alpha is equals to 12 degree. During the turning, the cutting force and the friction force are 1000 and 600 Newton. Therefore, we have been given Fc is 1000 Newton and friction force, that is F, as 600 Newton. If the chip thickness and uncut chip thickness during the turning are 1.5 mm and 0.75 mm respectively, then the shear force is. Now we have to determine the shear force. Therefore, we have given the chip thickness, that is TC, as 1.5 mm. Uncut thickness of the chip is T0 is equals to 0.75 mm. So first of all, we will calculate the R, that is chip thickness ratio. Therefore, we know R is given by T0 upon Tc. This is equals to 0.75 divided by 1.75. So this is equals to 0.5. Now we have the value of R. Further, in the last lecture we discussed tan phi is equals to R cos alpha divided by 1 minus R sin alpha. Therefore, now tan phi is equals to 0. So we'll solve this and we'll get this the value as phi is equals to 28.63 degree. Now we have the value of phi, that is the shear angle. Now we have the value of Fc and F. So how can we determine the shear for Fs? So for this we will use the merchant circle. From the merchant circle relationship, and also that we discussed in the last lecture, since we have the value of F, therefore we know the relation that F is equals to Fc sin alpha plus Ft of cos alpha. So we have the value of F as 600 Newton. So 600 is equals to value of Fc as 1000 sin alpha. So alpha value is 12 degree plus the cos of 12. So from this equation, Ft can be determined. So solving this equation, we will get the value of Ft as 400.85. Now we have the value of Ft. Now again we will use the merchant circle. So we have the value of now Fc, we have the value of now Ft. Therefore Fs can be expressed in the form of Fc and Ft and phi. So, using the formula that we discussed in the last class, link of which I will share in the description box. So, determining the Fs. Expressing Fs in the terms of Fc, Ft and phi is given by Fc cos phi minus of Ft sine of phi. Therefore, Fs will be 1000 cos of, we determine the phi as 28.63 minus 400.85 sine of 28.63. So value of Fs will be equals to 685.70 Newton. So this is the final answer which has been asked in this problem. Now determine the value of shear force. So this value will be 685.70 Newton. So this is the first problem based on the merchant theory and the basic force analysis in the machining operation. So this is again a GATE 2021 problem, and this was asked in the other set. So reading this problem, in a pure orthogonal cutting turning by a zero rack angle. So here we have been given alpha as 0 degree. Single point cutting tool, the shear force has been computed to be, so Fs is 400 Newton. So we have given data. The cutting velocity Vc is 100 meters per minute. We have depth of cut value 2.0 feed value 0.1 per revolution. Chip velocity we have as 20 meter per minute. Then we have to determine the shear strength. So we have to find the yield shear strength of the material which is being machined in megapascal. So this is a basic problem. We have the value of cutting velocity as Vc. We have the feed velocity. Now we know from the conservation of mass that mass in is equals to mass out. So mass, if we assume density as constant, then applying velocity of cutting into uncut chip thickness is equals to velocity of chip into chip thickness, assuming the width constant. So width will cancel out. Therefore, cutting velocity is 100 meter per minute into T naught is the uncut chip thickness, will be clearly equal to the feed. So feed in this case is 0.1, velocity F is 20 into chip thickness. So from this relation we can determine the thickness of chip as 100 into 0.1 divided by 20. So this will be equals to 0.5 mm. Therefore, from this relation we can determine R is equals to T naught by Tc. So we have the value of T naught 0.1 and this as 0.5, so this will become 0.2. From this we have the value of R. Therefore tan phi is equals to R cos alpha divided by 1 minus R of sin alpha. Since the rack angle is 0, therefore tan phi will be R means 0.2, cos alpha 0 means 1 divided by 1 minus R sin 0. So this will be 0.2. Therefore, determining phi as tan inverse of 0.2. So the answer will be, value of phi will be 11.30 degree. Now we have identified the value of phi. Now we have the value of phi. So in the problem हमें tau s निकालना है. We have been given the value of Fs as 400 Newton. So tau s will be Fs divided by W T naught upon sin phi, which is the area of shear plane. So if this is the phi, this is the T naught, so this will be the T naught by sin pi. Therefore, tau s will be 400. Width in a turning operation is given by the depth of cut. So the value of depth of cut is 2 mm. So writing this as 2 into uncut chip thickness 0.1 sine of 11.30. So solving this will come as, so this will come as 391.89 tau megapascal. So this is the final value of shear strength. So same was asked in this problem. So it is a turning operation where zero rack angle was given, Fs value was given. So basic questions are being asked in the gate examination. इसमें जो हमें एक बात याद रखनी थी कि in any turning operation, if we have zero rack angle and orthogonal cutting है, तो इस केस में जो फीड की वैल्यू होगी, that will be the value of uncut chip thickness, and the value of depth of cut will be equal to the width of chip. तो हमें यही इंपॉर्टेंट रखना है इसमें. अगर हमें रैक एंगल जीरो नहीं है और प्योर ऑर्थोगोनल कटिंग नहीं है, तो हमें दूसरे फॉर्मूले यूज करने पड़ेंगे, विच विल टेक द एग्जांपल एंड सॉल्व द न्यूमेरिकल. थैंक यू.